Hey guys, thanks for stopping in for another episode of I Want That Reviews. My name's Kris, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Habu Mod-1 charging handle from Falcon 37. Now, features on this guy, they advertise it as being smoother to operate, works with any stock, requires only major motor skills as opposed to the fine motor skills that you would typically use. Built-in adjustable cheek riser for shooter stability, it racks like a pistol slide, it's ambidextrous, and it minimizes back spray into your eyes if you're shooting suppressed. This guy's made of a 7075 T6 aluminum to mil-spec standards. Now, as I said, it's advertised as being able to rack it just like a pistol slide. You slap your hand over the top of it just like you would a pistol, grab, slide it to the rear, let go, and let that guy do its work. Now, the big advertisement for it is that it takes a fine motor skill where you would reach over, grab the ears of the charging handle and rack it, and transforms that into a gross motor skill or a major motor skill by grabbing this over the top, racking it to the rear, and letting it go. Very simple to do, and in principle, very effective. Now, as far as first impressions go, it came in a nice box. It came in two pieces. The first thing that I noticed about it was that it is a full tang construction, meaning the aluminum runs from the rear of this handle all the way to the front hook, and the grip, cheek rest, bolts onto it with two Phillips head screwdrivers. There are two locations that you can attach that, so you can have it further forward or further backward, whichever works for you. So there is some assembly required. You put it together and you're good to go. I thought it was a brilliant idea. I really like the idea of being able to make it a gross motor skill and really simplify the operation of the rifle. I really thought it was a pretty easy install. Like I said, you just put it together, put a couple screws in it, and you're good to go. It has a very nice finish, and just overall, I was really impressed right out of the gate. Now, as far as use goes, I found that it was hard to grip. It's kind of slick, and it does have some grip along the sides. Unfortunately, the advertisement of being able to just put your hand across the top of it and rack that, it didn't work entirely so well for me. Now, that may be because of the way that I have my rifle set up. I'm using the Mission First Tactical minimalist stock, and if I can put this guy back together here. Because I'm using that minimalist stock, I've got there's a little bit of overhang here that happens. So when I try to get my hand straight across that, it kind of hangs up on that stock and causes some issue. I also noticed that the top is slick. I really wish it had some sort of stippling or grip or something like that across there so that I could get a better grip on that. I found that I really had to modify my grip so that I pushed the pad of my thumb and the tips of my fingers into that texturing on the side to be able to get the grip on it and cycle it. I would imagine that would only be worse if my hands were to be wet or cold or something along those lines. I find that it needs something. I think maybe if it had just a little knurl on the end of it so that your first finger could catch that, something along those lines, I think that might improve the design on it. And as far as the cheek rest goes, it's not all that comfortable. I really had to crane my neck forward to get my cheek on there, and just in conjunction with the setup that I have here, it didn't work too well. As far as likes go with it, I really like the design. I really like the full tang, just the solidity of this part. It's a bang-up job. And I really like the finish. It's very well thought out, it's very well engineered, but it leaves some lacking. And that'll bring us into the dislikes. Dislikes for me, it's hard to grip. Like I said, when you really have to adjust your mechanics of your grip, and I think that's a huge strike against this guy. Number one, you're already vastly changing your muscle memory. Something that most shooters already have ingrained. You are making a huge change in saying everything that you know now, throw it out and learn something totally different. That being said, it's not quite as simple as it looks. You can't just grab it and rack it like you would a slide. It's a bit hard to grip, so there's a learning curve for it. I also don't like the price. The manufacturer's retail price on this is $119.84. For a charging handle, I think that that's way too high. I've done reviews of a few other charging handles in the past, and I think those were in the $70 ballpark, and even then I thought those were a bit steep. So now we're talking about something that elevates this into the hundreds, and just I don't think has the worth for that kind of price. And when they advertise it as being able to get rid of a fine motor skill and replace that with a gross motor skill, that was a huge thing for me. I was like, that's such a good idea. But I found that it almost required cultivating of more fine motor skills to get it down. And that was probably the biggest thing that knocked it down for me. Now, this could be something that works for you. This could be something that is a fantastic part for others. For my application, it didn't work. I didn't care for it. I probably wouldn't implement it on my rifle. So today, overall, I'm going to give this guy 3 out of 5 stars. I'm just going to go middle of the road. I really wanted to like this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pause the video here for just a moment. I wanted to talk to you about something that I had the opportunity to do after I shot my initial review. As I was saying, I really wanted to like this. I really wanted to give this a high review, but because of some factors, I gave it that 3 out of 5 stars. But I'm going to stop here and I'm going to say I had the ability to use this on another rifle that was equipped with a different stock. Now, I used this on another rifle that has a Magpul CTR stock on it. It functioned flawlessly. It was beautiful. It was everything I expected it to be. The cycling was fantastic. The grip was great. I found that the difference between that Magpul stock and my Mission First tactical stock, the Mission First minimalist stock has some hips there at the base that kind of interfere. Your fingers hang up on them. If you're running a Magpul stock, you won't be disappointed. This is a fantastic product. So I'm going to take a moment here and I'm going to change my rating based on what I've dealt with. I'm going to go ahead and change it from that 3 out of 5 stars, and I'm going to move this up to a 4 out of 5 stars. It's still going to lose a star for me because of the price, but it's definitely something I wanted to add in here. So we'll carry on here. As always, I'll go ahead and include a link to their website as well as their Facebook page in the description below. So I think that's going to go ahead and bring it to a close today. Thanks so much for watching. If it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't be here. So please do like, subscribe, and share, and keep checking back here on a weekly basis for more reviews of awesome products just like this one that'll make you say, I want that.